Good afternoon and happy weekend, teachers. So this video consists of 45 questions on world history and 5 questions on Philippine history. Okay, so let's begin. Number 1, the motives of the age of exploration can be summed up in 3 words. A. Guns, goons, gold. B. Guns, glitter, and goons. C. God, gold, glory. And D. God, gold, guns. The answer is letter C. God, gold, and glory. Okay, let us know why. Our answer is letter C because the age of exploration was fueled with a desire to spread Christianity, that is God, accumulate wealth through precious stones and species, that is gold, and conquer new lands for their country and king, and for personal fame, that is glory. Okay, so the age of exploration is summed up into 3 words: God, gold, and glory. Number 2, which among the following was not a development during the scientific revolution? A. Social contract. B. Microbiology. C. Laws of planetary motion. D. Heliocentric view of the universe. The answer is letter A, social contract. Okay, so social contract, a theory that illustrates the appropriate relationship between and their government, was famously espoused by Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and developed during the Enlightenment. Okay, number 3. Louis XIV once said, El etat says oi, or I am the state, and claimed his power came from God and that no man should question it. What kind of rule is this? A. Absolute monarchy. B. Constitutional monarchy. C. Enlightened monarchy. And D. Limited monarchy. The answer is letter A. Okay, absolute monarchy. Why? The absolute monarchy have unrestricted power over their states and subjects. This was best exemplified by the long reign of Louis XIV in France. Number 4, which goal describes the Enlightenment? Okay, A. To raise Europe from the lack of reason, superstitions, dictatorship, and harsh condition. B. To develop the trade and commerce of Europe for progress. C. To encourage the free exchange of ideas. And D. To conquer other lands and exploit their natural resources and enslave their people. The answer is letter A. Okay? So the age of enlightenment sought to reform European society through the use of reason. Okay? It is also promoted the exchange of knowledge and opposed the abuses of the church. That is their goal. Okay? The use of reasons. Okay? So number 5, the blank, which started in England, was marked with the growth of factories and mass production. A. Counter-reformation. B. English Revolution. C. Industrial Revolution. And D. Reformation. The answer is letter C. Okay, it's letter C. The Industrial Revolution, which started in England in 18th to 19th century, was marked with significant changes in manufacturing, mining, transportation, and technology. Number 6, which does not characterize traditional Chinese society? A. They believe in Confucianism. B. Their families are patrilineal. C. They practice Shintoism. And D. They advocate government examinations for government positions. The answer is letter C. They practice Shintoism. The answer is, the question rather is, which does not characterize traditional Chinese society. Okay? Because Shinto, okay, Shinto is traditional practices by Japanese and not by Chinese. Number 7. The Tasadays used caves for shelter while the Negritos constructed dwellings made of sticks and leaves. To which of these can you contribute the difference in shelter? A. Availability of materials. B. Exposure of society. C. Gender difference. And D. Intellectual ability. The answer is letter A. Availability of materials. Okay, so the Tasadays live in their ancestral caves in the forest of South Cotabato, while the Negritos live in isolated, scattered mountainous parts of Luzon. Their shelters are the result of the availability of materials in their environment. Number 8, the word blank. The word, this is word. The word blank comes from the Greek word that means inquiry. A. Anthropology. B. History. C. Linguistics. And D. Sociology. The answer is history. Okay, so the word history comes from the Greek word that means inquiry. Okay, number 9. Blank is the scientific study of social human behavior, while the blank is the scientific study of individual human behavior. A. Sociology, psychology. B. Psychology, sociology. C. Anthropology, psychology. And D. Psychology, anthropology. The answer is letter A. It's sociology and psychology. So, sociology studies human in their collective aspects. In education, it looks at how social issues affect education. Psychology, on the other hand, studies groups as well as individual behavior and mental processes. Number 10, it is scientific study of the physical, social, and cultural development of humans. A. Anthropology. B. History. C. Psychology. And D. Sociology. The answer is anthropology, letter A. Okay, so anthropology is the study of humanity. In education, it looks at how culture affects education. Number 11, the CWTS class of Miss Cathy signed up for a Gawad Kalinga program in their community. On which Filipino trait is the Gawad Kalinga? A. Adaptability. B. Bayanihan Spirit. C. Extreme personalism. And D. Sense of humor. Okay? The answer is letter B. It is very clear, no, that the answer is letter B. It's Bayanihan Spirit. So, Gawad Kalinga, which means to give care, is known for their program of building homes in sustainable communities. It is built on the concept of Bayanihan, which refers to a spirit of communal unity. Number 12, Coach Chris credits his basketball team's success to their never say die attitude. He is showing the Filipinos' indomitable spirit in their blank. A. Ability to survive. B. Friendliness. C. Self-reliance. And D. Utang na loob. The answer is letter A. It's ability to survive. Okay. So, indomitable also means incapable of being overcome or unconquerable. It illustrates the Filipinos' ability to survive. Number 13. Following a sociological insight, if a person is surrounded by lazy and dishonest people, will he also be like them? A. Yes, because the environment influences the development of man. B. It depends on his personality type. C. No, he can choose to be different since man has free will. And D. That depends on the strength of the influence of the group of lazy and dishonest around him. The answer is letter D. Okay? That depends. Okay. So sociology looks at group influences on individual behavior. Sociology challenges the view that humans are individualistic. Number 14, Ariel form an organization that will serve as a watchdog in the affairs of the city hall, where they have heard of a lot of corrupt hiring practices, which is an indicator of the patronage system in the Philippine society that contributes to poverty. A. A less deserving applicant gets appointed because he has a padrino. B. Parents have many compares in the baptism of their child. C. Most people patronize imported goods. And D. The Pilosopo type of workers does not get promoted on his job. The answer is letter A. A less deserving applicant gets appointed because he has a padrino. Okay, so padrino system, especially in the Philippine politics, has been criticized as a source of corruption and controversies. Number 15, it could be challenging to make students value meritocracy. What could possibly be a consequence if teachers do not emphasize this? A. Students might give in the kami mentality. B. Prevalence of crab mentality among students. C. Students might adhere to the puede na mentality. And D. Students would pursue excellence. The answer is letter C. Students might adhere to the puede na mentality. Okay, so meritocracy is a system wherein a person is recognized for their merits, intelligence, and credentials. Students might not work hard and just come up with a mediocre work. The puede na mentality if teachers do not let students value the merits of their efforts. Number 16, why is every government employee required to submit an annual statement of assets and liabilities or SALN? A. To be objective in performance evaluation. B. To safeguard the people against corruption. C. To determine who deserves the promotion. And D. To determine who is fit for the job. The answer is letter B, to safeguard the people against corruption. Let us know why. So the statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth, or SALN, discloses a public servant's wealth and makes sure that there is no discrepancy between their income and accumulated wealth. Number 17, Jane could not believe that what John said. But John said that May believe it. So it must be true. John is committing the fallacy of blank. Okay, A. Argumentum ad hominem. B. Argumentum ad populum. C. Argumentum as misericordiam. And D. Argumentum ad verecundiam. Okay, so the answer is letter B, argumentum ad populum. Okay, let us know why. Because argumentum ad populum as Latin for appeal to the people. It alleges that if many believe so, it is so. Number 18. A student pleaded to his professor to give him a passing grade because his whole family is depending on him to lift them out of poverty once he graduates. This is an example of blank. A. Argumentum as misericordiam. B. Argumentum ad populum. C. Argumentum as verecundiam. And D. Argumentum ad ignorantiam. The answer is letter A, argumentum ad misericordiam. Okay? Why? Because argumentum ad misericordiam is Latin for appeal to pity. Okay? So it tries to win support by exploiting another person's pity or guilt. Number 19. What fallacy did the student commit when he challenged their new college instructor in practical law, saying, "Why should we believe you when you have not even finished your law degree?" A. Argumentum ad hominem. B. Argumentum ad baculum, C. Argumentum ad verecundiam, and D. Argumentum ad ignorantiam. Okay, so the answer is letter A. Okay, Argumentum ad hominem. Okay, the ad hominem is Latin for to the man. Okay, so it is often described as a fallacy because it can be used to question personal conduct or used as personal attacks. Number 20, a student pointed out a teacher's error during a discussion. The teacher, however, snapped at the student and threatened him that he'll be sent out of class if he does not stop arguing with him. This is an example of blank. A. Argumentum ad misericordiam. B. Argumentum ad verecundiam. And C. Argumentum ad hominem. And D. Argumentum ad baculum. The answer is letter D, argumentum ad baculum. Okay, so argumentum ad baculum is Latin for argument to the cudge or appeal to the stick. It is an argument that uses force, coercion, or threats. 21. Ella's classmates could not believe her report. When the teacher asked her to verify her report, he said that he got her information from a popular website, therefore reputable. So this, however, is a fallacy of blank. A. Argumentum ad verecundiam. B. Argumentum ad ignorantiam. C. Argumentum ad populum, and D. Argumentum ad hominem. The answer is letter A, Argumentum ad verecundiam. Okay, let us know why. So this Argumentum ad verecundiam is also known as appeal to authority. So it argues that a statement is correct because it is made by a source that is regarded as authoritative, although it may be erroneous. 22. A student is being investigated for cheating. He is confident, however, that the investigation will not push through because he said that the investigators have no evidence against him. This is a fallacy, however, of blank. A. Argumentum ad misericordiam. B. Argumentum ad verecundiam. C. Argumentum ad ignorantiam. And D. Argumentum ad hominem. The answer is letter C. Okay? Argumentum ad ignorantiam. Okay, so argumentum ad ignorantiam or appeal to ignorance argues that a proposition is true because it has not been proven to be false or vice versa. An absence of evidence, however, does not really prove what is truth. 23. Which statement does not describe the Babylonians? A. They complied one of the earliest examples of a diagnostic handbook. B. They were credited for writing the oldest piece of literature, the Epic of Gilgamesh. C. Their astrology was credited for paving the way for astronomy, and D, the set of laws collected and put forth by their leader was a giant step for the development of the concept of justice. The answer is letter B. Okay, they were credited for writing the oldest piece of literature, the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay, so scholars believe that the Epic of Gilgamesh originated from a series of Sumerian legends and poems. Okay, so ang question kasi is which statement does not describe the Babylonians? So the statement A, the statement C, and the statement D would describe them, except this letter B. Okay. 24. What were the secrets of Hittites for their success in warfare? Okay. A. Warships. B. Plunder and intimidation. C. Iron implements and war chariots. And D. Consulting the stars before going to war? The answer is letter C, iron implements and war chariots. Okay, so the Hittites from Anatolia credited their success to the use of iron implements and war chariots. 25. As you are reading this question, what legacy of the Phoenicians are you reminded of? A. The word biblion, from which we got the root word for Bible and many words relating to the book. B. The alphabet, which was adopted by the Greeks and Romans, where we also base our alphabet. C. The extensive trading that spread the Phoenicians' ideas. And D. The paper from papyrus reeds harvested in one of the colonies of the Phoenicians. The answer is letter B. Okay? The alphabet, which was adopted by the Greeks and Romans, where we also base our alphabet. Okay, so the Phoenicians alphabet was spread by Phoenician merchants and used by many people. The Greek alphabet, from which the Latin alphabet was based, is a direct descendant of the Phoenician alphabet. 26. Though not a major political power, the blank made lasting contribution for their belief that would become the three major faiths in the world right now. A. Chaldeans, B. Hebrews, C. Persians, and D. Phoenicians. The answer is letter B. Hebrews. Okay? So the Hebrews, also known as the Israelites, started a faith that would form the basis of Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. 27. What is a contribution of the Assyrians in our study of Mesopotamia? A. Tiglath Pileser invaded other lands mainly for plunder. B. The Assyrians were able to efficiently manage their empire by employing terror. C. A systematic library that contained thousands of clay tablets with information about Mesopotamia was excavated. And D. Ashurbanipal ordered a grandiose city highly influenced by the culture of Mesopotamia. The answer is letter C. The contribution of Assyrians in our study of Mesopotamia is the systematic library that contained thousands of clay tablets with information about Mesopotamia was excavated. Okay, so the Royal Library of Ashurbanipal, the oldest systematically organized library in the ancient Middle East, contained a wealth of information on Mesopotamia. Okay. So 28, when you receive an email from a friend, you should be reminded that the Persians improved the mailing system by blank. A. Establishing a monetary system that was accepted all over the empire. B. Organizing satrapies and satraps. C. Creating a 1,200-mile long royal road from modern-day Turkey to Iran. D. Using an official language all over the empire. The answer is letter C. Okay? So Darius rebuilt the Persian royal road to facilitate rapid communication all over the Persian Empire. 29. The flight of the Jews led by Moses from Egypt to the Sinai Peninsula is called blank. A. Diaspora, B. Exodus, C. Higuera, and D. Migration. The answer is letter B. Exodus. Okay, so Exodus, which means exit from Egypt, is the story of the Israelites from ancient Egypt as described in the book of Exodus, the second book of the Bible. 30. Why is Egypt called the gift of the Nile? A. Egypt's civilization lasted for thousands of years. B. The monuments of Egypt still stand today. C. Without the Nile, it would not have been possible to establish a civilization. D. Many were fascinated by the ancient civilization of Egypt. The answer is letter C. Without the Nile, it would not have been possible to establish a civilization. Okay, so just like many ancient civilization that started in the river valleys, so the ancient Egyptian civilization would not have been thrive in the desert if not for the Nile River that made the area fertile. 31. Who were the Mycenaeans? Okay, so A, an Indo-European tribe that settled in mainland Greece. B, they were the heroes in Homer's stories. C, they borrowed the culture of the Minoans. And D, all of the above. The answer is letter D, all of the above. Okay, so Mycenaean Greece is the historical setting of the ancient Greek myths, including the epics of Homer. 32. Some schools pattern their school's mission and vision after the Greek ideals like excellence, courage, and honor in Homer's epic poems, namely the blank. A. Iliad and Odyssey. B. Works and Days. C. Aeneid and Eclogues. And D. Dialogue and Republic. The answer is letter A, Iliad and Odyssey. Okay, so Homer, considered as the greatest ancient Greek poet, is the author of the Iliad and Odyssey. He should was one as an ancient Greek poet who wrote works and days. Virgil was an ancient Roman who wrote the Aeneid and Eclogues, and the Greek philosophers wrote Dialogue and the Republic. 33. Blank, rule of the few, as blank, the rule of the people. A. Empire, republic. B. Oligarchy, republic. C. Democracy, oligarchy. And D. Oligarchy, democracy. The answer is letter D. Okay? So, oligarchy is the rule of the few, as democracy is the rule of the people. Okay, so in oligarchy, power resides in few people. In democracy, power resides among all the citizens. 34. Which statement does not describe the Athenians? Okay, A, they value moderation. B, they value the golden mean. C, they granted equal rights to the women. And D, democracy, oligarchy. The answer is letter C. Okay, they granted equal rights to the women. Okay, so the question, take note, which statement does not describe the Athenians? Okay, let us know. Although democracy originated in Athens, the status of the Athenian woman was lower as compared to women in many Greek city-states. 35. Which statement does not describe the Spartans? A. The people had a militaristic orientation. B. They valued the golden mean. C. They led the Peloponnesian League. And D. They trained their warriors not to fear death. The answer is letter B. They valued the golden mean. Okay? So the golden mean, the philosophy that people should follow the desirable middle rather than the extremes, was practiced in Athens, not in Sparta. The answer is which statement does not describe the Spartans, because letter B, okay, is the practice of Athens, not in Sparta. 36. Which of the following does not pertains to Julius Caesar? A. He formed a triumvirate with Pompey and Crassus. B. He was known for his conquest of Gaul. C. He crushed a revolt instigated by slaves. And D. He established reforms for the soldiers and poor. The answer is letter C. He crushed a revolt instigated by slaves. Okay. So Crassus, one of the three members of the first triumvirate, crushed the slave revolt led by Spartacus, not by Julius Caesar. Okay. 37. Which of the following statement is false regarding Octavian? Okay. A. He is the nephew of Julius Caesar. B. He was the later known as Augustus, meaning honored and majestic. C. His reign started the Roman Empire and Pax Romana. D. He was defeated by the combined forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. The answer is letter D. Okay, the following statement is false. False regarding Octavian. Okay, so Octavian defeated the combined forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Okay, so after the latter committed suicide, Octavian added Egypt into the Roman Empire and would later be known as Augustus, the first emperor of Roman Empire. Okay, so this statement, letter C, is false regarding Octavian because this states that he was defeated by the combined forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. But the true statement should be Octavian defeated the combined forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. 30. 38. Okay. So in their religion class, Sister Mary said that Palestine during Jesus' time was part of the Roman Empire. Because of this, Jesus had to deliver his message through blank. A. His disciples. B. The Bible. C. Parables. And D. The Holy Spirit. The answer is parables. Okay. So a parable is a brief story with a lesson or instructive principles. It is utilized by Jesus of Nazareth to teach about the kingdom of heaven and other virtues. They could also be veiled commentaries about society of Roman Empire. Okay? 39. Constantine was known for everything stated below except. Okay? So lahat ng mga statement would known, no, for Constantine, except daw sa isa. Okay, so let us know what is the answer. A. He was the first Christian emperor. B. He was said to be victorious after he followed Christ's orders in his dream. C. He issued the Edict of Milan, which stopped the persecution of Christians. C. He declared that Christianity should be the official religion of the Roman Empire. The answer is letter D. Okay? So Constantine may have enacted the Edict of Milan, which tolerated Christianity, but it was Theodosius who made Christianity the official state religion of the Roman Empire. Okay, so 40. Which statement does not pertain to the monastic movement? A. It was initiated by Benedict of Nursia. B. The monks and nuns kept classical learning alive. C. The monks and nuns wielded political power. And D. The monk and nuns renounced world pursuits and devoted their life to spiritual matters. The answer is letter C. Okay? So, which statement does not pertain to the monastic movement? Okay, so monasticism is a religious practice wherein one renounces worldly pursuits. The devotion to spiritual world would make it unlikely for a person to pursue politics. Okay? 41, which does not pertain to the Byzantine Empire. A. Preserve the Greek and Roman ideas. C. Blended Western and Eastern art. C. Also known as the Western Roman Empire. And D. Halted the Muslim advance into Christian Europe. The answer is letter C, also known as the Western Roman Empire. Okay, so the Byzantine Empire was the Eastern Roman Empire. Okay, not Western. The question is which does not pertain to the Byzantine Empire. Okay, so it is letter C because Byzantine Empire was Eastern Roman Empire and not Western Roman Empire. 42, blank was the main political setup and blank was the main economic setup during the Middle Age. A. Feudalism, manorialism. B. Scholasticism, monasticism. And C. Manorialism, feudalism. C. Monasticism, scholasticism. The answer is letter A. Feudalism, manorialism. Okay, so let us know why. The feudalism was a system that revolved around the relationship of giving land in exchange for service or labor. Manorialism was the rural economic activity in feudal society. Charter is the grant of authority or rights to govern a certain place. 43, blank is the code of conduct followed by blank in order for them to properly serve their king, people, and God. A. Charter, naive. knights. C. Chivalry knights. C. Knights Charter, and D. Knights Chivalry. The answer is letter B. Chivalry and knights. Okay, chivalry is the code of conduct followed by knights in order for them to to properly serve their king, people, and God. Okay, so the chivalry is the code of conduct followed by European knights during the Middle Ages. 44. What was the movement started by Pope Urban II in 1095, which aimed to liberate and recover the Holy Lands from Muslims? A. Christian War, B. Crusades, C. Holy War, and D. Reconquista. The answer is letter B, Crusades. Okay, so the Crusades were a series of military campaigns called by popes and led by kings and nobles to restore Christian control in the Holy Lands that were controlled by Muslims. Reconquista was a series of Christian military campaigns that sought to wrestle the Iberian Peninsula from Muslim control. 45. What was the school of philosophy in the medieval period led by Thomas Aquinas, which argued that reasons could be used to explain Christian teaching? A. Stoicism, B. Scholasticism, C. Naturalism, and D. Humanism. The answer is Scholasticism. Okay, so scholasticism was utilized by Thomas Aquinas in his work Summa Theologica to defend Christian thought. Stoicism, which says that destructive emotions are the result of poor judgment, was founded by Zeno. Naturalism is the belief that only natural laws and forces operate in this world. Humanism is a philosophy that focuses on human nature and concerns. 46. The president who adopted an all-out war policy against MILF. A. President Fidel Ramos. B. President Joseph Estrada. C. President Macapagal Arroyo. And D. President Corazon Aquino. The answer is letter B. President Joseph Estrada. Okay, so President Joseph Estrada declared an all-out war against the MILF on March 21, 2000. Government troops attacked the MILF's Camp Abubakar on the island of Mindanao on April 28, 2000. 47. The president who adopted an all-out peace policy against the rebel groups in Mindanao. A. President Fidel Ramos. B. President Joseph Estrada. C. President Macapagal Arroyo. And D. President Corazon Aquino. The answer is letter B. President Joseph. All-out peace. Okay, so the answer here is not B. It's letter C. Okay, it's letter C. The president who adopted an all-out peace is President Macapagal Arroyo. Okay, it's letter C ha, not B, letter C. Okay, so President Macapagal Arroyo brought the Philippine government and MILF back to negotiating table after her predecessor waged all-out war on Mindanao 2000. So this is a error in typing. Okay, so the president who adopted an all-out peace, yes, it's President, letter C, President Macapagal Arroyo. 48. Who was the first Speaker of the Philippine Assembly? A. Sergio Osmeña. B. Manuel L. Quezon. C. Manuel Rojas. And D. Jose P. Laurel. The answer is Sergio Osmeña. Okay, so Sergio Osmeña was the first Speaker of the First Philippine Assembly. Okay, so he was elected in 1907 at the age of 29. Osmeña is the youngest ever to become speaker and the longest to have held the speakership. He was speaker from 1907 to 1922 for a total of 15 years. 49. In this commandment, the replacement of military with a civil government in the Philippines happened, which was done after the Filipino-American War. A. Taft Amendment. B. Scorman Amendment. C. Spooner Amendment. And D. Bell Amendment. The answer is letter C, Spooner Amendment. Okay, so Spooner Amendment, a congressional amendment to the Army Appropriation Act of 1901 that called for the end of the U.S. military government in the Philippines. Okay. 50. Which statement regarding the nature of Filipino is correct? The Filipino is blank. A pure Filipino. B. Basically a Spaniard. C. Totally westernized. And D. The blending of the East and the West. The answer is letter D. The blending of the East and the West. Okay? So the Philippine has been influenced by their Asian neighbors, such as the Chinese, Malays, and Hindus, and the Western colonizers like Spain and USA. The era of globalization has exposed the Filipinos to more influences. Okay, so that would be all for this afternoon. And I do hope that you learn something from this video, and I hope also that you will play this again and again so you will be very familiar with the answers. Okay, so this might come during the exam, and good luck on this coming Sunday, March 19, 2023, your let examination. And I really pray that these questions that we have reviewed will come out during the examination. So God bless and good luck everyone, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.